Yes, good morning, everyone. Okay. So yesterday we have discussed to this point, right? We were discussing quicksort, and we have seen that this is the algorithm of quicksort, and the soul of quicksort lies in this partition function. And what does this partition function does? The partition function takes one pivot element between p. This partition function takes one pivot element between p to r, which is generally the last element r, and it put that pivot element at its correct position. Okay. Then again, we will call the quick sort function in the left side of that left side of that element, and we will again call the quick sort function in the right side of that element. Okay. So first, suppose I have this example where this is my array in which I have called the quick sort between 1 to 7. So when quick sort is called between 1 to 7, what does this do? It calls the partition function between 1 to 7 first. And depending on what this partition function returns me, the value of q, which came out to be 4, I again call the partition function from p to q minus 1 and q plus 1 to r. Then this, when again, obviously this is a recursive function. So when quicksort is called over again 1 to 3, this means now the partition function is again called between 1 to 3. मतलब इतने part में I have again called the partition function. Right, in this green part I have again called the partition function. So this is 1, this is 3, this is 2. Now this is index 1, this is index 2, this is index 3. Right, now this is p, this is key r. Okay, so again the same process you have to do. Partition function is called on this, so you have to take that pivot element which is 2, and you have to put that pivot element at its correct position. कैसे करना है? Same, j will start from you can say here, and I will be here. Right, you will compare a of j with this pivot element. Is 1 is less than equal to 2? Yes, so you don't have to do anything. Right, you can simply increment j. You can simply increment j. Is a of j is you have to check the greater, right? जब greater होगा तो swap करना है. So that's why I haven't swapped 1. Then you have to again check whether a of j is greater than equal to that pivot element. Yes, it is greater than. So if it is greater than, what you have to do? You have to increment I, and you have to swap. I've done something wrong. No, it's fine. 2 and 3 will be swapped, obviously, yes. So 2 and 3 will be swapped, right? 2 and 3 will be swapped. So 2 will be here, 3 will be here. So this will be the correct position of your pivot element. Okay, so what does this partition function will return? It will return you the index of that. What does this partition function will return? This partition function will return you the index of that pivot element, which is 2. So this partition function from p1 to 3, it returns me the index, which is 2. Now based on this value 2, again the quicksort function will be called 2 more times. Right, the first time quicksort function will be called, it will be called from p, which is 1, to q minus 1. Q is 2, so it will be called from 1 to 1. Right, मतलब left part में, इस part में फिर से quicksort function will be called, and in this part also again the quicksort function will be called. Okay, and next quicksort function will be called from where? Q plus 1. Q is 2, so 3 to r. R is also 3. So like this. Now can you tell me, when this quicksort function is called from 1 to 1, will it return me anything? I have only one element, that is 1. If you have only one element in the array, isn't it already sorted? Yes or no? If you have only one element, quicksort is called from 1 to 1. मतलब एक ही element है array में. So if you have one element, you cannot sort it. So it will not return you anything. This is cancelled. If you see this function, quicksort function again, this quicksort function is calling from 3 to 3. मतलब इतने part में only one element is again there. So this will also not return me anything. Okay, now let's see this quicksort. So itna part is finished. Now let's see this quicksort function. Okay, let's see this quicksort function 5 to 7. So what this quicksort from 5 to 7, मतलब इतने part के now we are talking about. Okay, so this quicksort function will again call partition function from 5 to 7, and when you call the partition function from 5 to 7, क्या होगा? Pivot element will be 5, so 5 अपनी correct position पे आएगा, right? So it will be something like what? What will be the answer? The answer will be 5. It will move in the beginning, right? 5 will move in the beginning. It is 7, 6, 5. Okay. I hope you have revised yesterday's class, right? You are able to understand how partition function is working, right? Revise करके आना, पहले बोला. Okay, so just revise it. So this is index 5, this is index 6, this is index 7. So what will happen? 5 will move to its correct position. Obviously, logical sense we बोलता है 5 की correct position क्या है? It is this index 5. So 5 will come here, right? And then 6, 7 will be there itself. 6 will be here. 5 or 7 basically आपस में replace हो जाएंगे. 5 and 7 will be replaced. So the answer will be 5. Okay, so this partition function will return me 5. So because of this 5, again quicksort functions will be called. One quicksort function will be called from where to where? इसको यहाँ बनाते हैं. Tell me, if the partition function has returned me 5, tell me from where to where the quicksort functions will be called. First quicksort function will be called from where? P to Q minus 1. What is P? P is 5. So 5 to Q minus 1, that is 4, na? 5 to 4. Q, what is Q? Krish here. 5 है ना Q. और P कितना है? P 5 है. तो कहां से निकाल होगा? P to Q minus 1, that is 4. Next quicksort function will be called from Q plus 1 to R. What is Q plus 1? 6 to R. R is 7. Now if you see this thing, quicksort 5 to 4, इसका मतलब क्या है? You have to apply quicksort on an array which is starting with 5 and ending with 4. Does this make any sense? Array which starts from 5 and ends at 4, ऐसा possible है कि 5 से शुरू हो रहा हो array 4 पे खत्म हो रहा? This is not possible. So this will also not return me anything. This is also cancelled. These are the functions which are getting cancelled. We don't have to evaluate them. Okay, this will reduce the time complexity in the longer run. Even if you're not understanding this right now, what I'm doing doesn't matter much. Okay, this is a bit in more detail than required. Okay, even if you understand how this partition function works, what is the algorithm of this quicksort, it's perfectly fine. Okay, you don't have to understand all these in much detail. 10-20% भी समझ आ रहा है, it's perfectly fine, doesn't matter. Okay, so just pay attention, it's fine. Next is quicksort 6 to 7. Means the array is starting from 6 and ending at 7. मतलब इतना part, this part I'm talking about, 6 and 7. Obviously इस पे quicksort function we have to apply. So again इस पे quicksort function apply होगा. This is a kind of a tree which is getting created. Why I'm doing this? This will help me to analyze the time and space complexity. So quicksort 6 to 5, 6 to 7. This will call the partition function from 6 to 7. Okay. What will be the answer of partition function from 6 to 7? मतलब इन दोनों में the pivot element will be 7. We have to put 7 at its correct position and return that position. Correct position क्या होगी? 7 की 7 ही होगी. IJ वाले method से ही करना है. You have to apply that partition algorithm only. But since there are 2 elements only, I'm directly writing the index, which is 7. So 7 will be returned. So because of this 7, now the quicksort function will be called from where to where? P to Q minus 1. P is 6. Q minus 1 is 6. So 6 to 6. And again, a quicksort function will be applied from Q plus 1 to R. What is Q plus 1? 8 to R, which is 7. 8 to 7. Now this is one element, it will not return me anything, and it is again the same case. Starting from 8 and ending at 7, not possible, it will again cancel. So that's it. It is fully evaluated. Now let's just, अब होता क्या है, see, space complexity की बात करते हैं. चलो पहले, how much space do you think this program is taking? इसको बनाने के लिए, to code this, how much space is needed in your system? If you remember, when we were discussing recursion or stacks, I have told you, जितने भी recursive programs होते हैं, where they are stored? They are stored in the form of stacks, right? Every recursive program is stored in the form of a stack. So हमेशा ये चीज याद रखना. Whenever you, right now it's not needed in your first year, but for your future classes, always remember, whenever we are talking about a recursive program and any algorithm which involves a recursive program, उस algorithm को how much space is needed, that depends on how many functions you have. जितने functions होंगे उतने stack बनेंगे उसके. Yes or no? एक रिकर्सिव प्रोग्राम में जितने फंक्शंस होंगे हर फंक्शन के लिए स्टैक बनेगा, राइट? So in this case, how many functions you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 functions. So technically 13 stacks should be there, right? 13 stacks should be there. But क्या सारे functions we have to evaluate? अब यहाँ पे एक difference आ जाता है between merge sort and quick sort. Okay, merge sort is your asynchronous lecture. I will upload it today. When you will read merge sort, उसमें क्या होता है? Merge sort में भी we have something like this also. Merge sort में भी we have a tree like this. But उसमें जितने functions हैं सारे के सारे evaluate होते हैं. If you see in this quick sort, there are 13 functions, but we are not evaluating 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. जितने green colors है, we are not evaluating them. Okay. But in the worst case, let's talk about the best case first. What could be the best case of this algorithm? The best case could be, suppose I have n functions or n elements, and when I apply quick sort on this, it gets divided into half. Exactly half में divide हो गया है. मतलब जैसे यहाँ वैसे ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है exactly half में divide होगा. मेरा कहने का मतलब है, suppose I have an array of elements like this, okay, and when I put this pivot element, it just goes exactly in the middle. Okay, so n minus 1 elements will be here, n minus 1 elements will be here like this. आधे आधे divide हो गए. This is the best case. Why it is the best case? I'll tell you. Because यहाँ पे तो कैसे भी डिवाइड हो रहा है ना, यहाँ पे इट इज गेटिंग डिवाइडेड एनी हाउ. यू आर नॉट श्योर, हो सकता है पाइवोट एलिमेंट यहाँ रखा रहे कि लेफ्ट साइड में सिर्फ एक एलिमेंट हो, राइट साइड में बाकी के एलिमेंट्स हो, राइट? दिस इज पॉसिबल in real life scenario of quick sort. But suppose the best case is the pivot element gets exactly in the middle. Now again, when you apply quick sort in this part, it gets divided into n by 4 and n by 4. Again, it will be divided into n by 4. Even if you're not understanding a 1% of what I'm telling you, it's perfectly fine. कोई नहीं पूछने वाला एग्जाम में, फर्स्ट ईयर में. Okay, just but still let's just complete it. n by 4. So ये चलता रहेगा. But till now you must have got experience that जब भी चीजें डिवाइड हो रही होती है हाफ में, या जब भी चीजें डबल हो रही होती, टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी में क्या एक टर्म आता है हमेशा? whenever you are dividing something into halves, log आता है. Very good. Okay, whenever you are dividing something into halves or you are doubling something, this is a property of only one function, that is log function. Okay, so if you have best case like this, what is the height of this tree? देखो ट्री इक्वल हाफ्स में डिवाइड हो रहा है, राइट? और फिर से हाफ में डिवाइड होता जा रहा है. सो द हाइट ऑफ दिस ट्री इज log n. Now in the worst case, suppose मुझे सारे के सारे फंक्शंस इवैल्यूएट करने पड़ेंगे, तो उतने ही फंक्शंस होंगे जितनी ट्री की हाइट होगी, दैट इज log n. In the best case, this is the best case I'm talking about. So in the best case, the time could be order of log n. Not time, I'm talking about space. Space कितना लगेगा? Order of log n. ठीक है, let's talk about the worst case. What could be the worst case space complexity? अभी स्पेस की बात कर रहे हैं, टाइम की भी will talk. Let's talk about the space complex. Worst case space complexity. Worst case क्या हो सकता है? हो सकता है मेरे पास n elements हो, एक element is on the left hand side, मतलब when I put the pivot element, only one element is on the left hand side of pivot element and rest n minus 2 elements are on the right hand side. Why n minus 2? क्योंकि एक element तो खुद pivot element होगा ना, which is in the middle. If I have n elements, उसमें से एक pivot element है to which I have to put at its correct position. सपोज यहाँ मैंने उस पाइवोट एलिमेंट को रख दिया, तो उसके लेफ्ट साइड में एक एलिमेंट बचा है, तो राइट साइड पे कितने बचे होंगे? n minus 2 ऑब्वियसली. यस और नो? राइट. देन अगेन ऑब्वियसली यहाँ पे एक ही एलिमेंट है, सो आई डोंट हैव टू अप्लाई quick sort function on this again. It will not return me anything, as we have seen. On n minus 2, when you will again apply the quick sort function, in the worst case I could again get one element in the left hand side and n minus 4 elements in the right hand side. और ये चलता रहेगा. This will keep on growing in one direction only, and this is known as skewed. If the tree grows only in the one direction, it is known as skewed tree or skewness property. Okay, how worst case क्या हो सकता है, कितना ग्रो कर सकता है ये? Obviously order of n हाइट हो सकती है ट्री की. अब तो ट्री हाफ में डिवाइड नहीं हो रहा ना, ट्री जस्ट ग्रोइंग इन वन डायरेक्शन, तो इट्स नथिंग बट द हाइट ऑफ द ट्री इज ऑर्डर द हाइट ऑफ द ट्री इज n in worst case. So the space taken to store all these functions in my memory will be order of n in the worst case. Let's discuss the time. if you see your quicksort algorithm, how to analyze its time complexity? You have quicksort applied over a array p comma r. Inside this quicksort, I have that partition function which returns me something q. So this is my partition function, which is applied between a, p to r, and again I write the quicksort function from p to q minus 1, and I again apply the quicksort function from q plus 1 to r. This is my quicksort algorithm basically. Okay, suppose अब इसको कैसे करोगे? Right now what you have to do, 10-20% इसका समझो what I am telling you and remember the time complexity. Okay, how we actually calculate time complexity of such complicated algorithms is we assume main algorithm ये है ना, this is my left hand side, this is my x. I will assume कि इसकी time complexity को we will say something like t of n. Okay, now partition algorithm की time complexity we have seen. How much time this algorithm takes? Partition algorithm ऑर्डर ऑफ एन ना, एक एलिमेंट को उसकी करेक्ट पोजीशन पे रखने के लिए टाइम कितना लग रहा था? ऑर्डर ऑफ एन j, because j was running from 1 to n minus 1 if you remember. Partition algorithm का time we have discussed yesterday also, right? एक एलिमेंट को you have to put at its correct position, मतलब j का लूप कितनी बार चल रहा है? 1 से लेके n minus 1 चल रहा है, so time is order of n minus 1 or simply order of n. Again the quicksort function is called. So अगर original quicksort function, I am talking about suppose now the best case, पहले best case time निकालते हैं. So if original time was, if you see in the best case मैंने space कैसे evaluate की थी? n जो कि equal halves में divide हो जाए, फिर equal halves में, फिर equal halves में. This was my best case when I was discussing space complexity. Same we are going to discuss here also. If original time was t of n, can I say when again the quicksort is applied on the left hand side, the time will be t of n by 2? Yes or no? And if it is again applied on the right hand side, the time will be nothing but t of n by 2. So what is the total time? Just add everything. This is my left hand side. T of n, it is equals to 2 into, this is 2 times, so 2 into t of n by 2. Even if you're not understanding 1%, again I am telling you, it doesn't matter. For now, no one is going to ask you evaluate the time complexity, but just for your understanding, you should have it. Even if you will write directly the time complexity, it will be fine in the exam, okay? But still, so 2 into t of n by 2 plus order of n. This is the time complexity, and we have to apply something known as Master's theorem here. अभी सब नोट्स में मत लिख लेना, ऑन एग्जाम में कहोगे क्या है. Okay, don't write all these things in your notes. Master theorem, okay? But when you apply master theorems on this thing, ये convert हो जाता है n log n में. This gets converted into n log n, not n log n, simply log n. Okay, कैसे convert हो जाता है? Again, if you get the intuition, something is getting divided into halves, so log आने वाला है. This is a sign that log is going to come. Okay, so this whole thing will be divided into log n, and we have some n also, so ये basically roughly around n log n आता है. Okay, so for now what you have to remember is best case time complexity of this quicksort is order of n log n. ये best case में है. Okay, let's discuss the worst case. What could be the worst case time complexity? Again we have to follow the same process. अच्छा, worst case क्या हो सकता है? I have n elements. Space में I have told you I could have 0 element here, and that space में मैंने बोला था ना 1 element could be here and n minus 1 element could be here. But actually इससे भी worst एक चीज हो सकती है if you think logically. ऐसा हो सकता है that I have something like this. I have an array like this. 1, 5, 6, already sorted array, 7, 10. Suppose I have something like this. I apply quicksort on this. So this is my pivot element. What will be the correct position of pivot element? This only. यही रहेगा ये. Right? Left side में इसके सारे elements है और right side में इसके 0 element. This is one case. Or suppose I take the pivot element as 1. I can take pivot element anything. Suppose I take pivot element as the first element. तो उसकी करेक्ट पोजीशन यही रहेगी. It will not move anywhere. इसके लेफ्ट साइड में 0 एलिमेंट है और राइट साइड में सारे के सारे n-1 एलिमेंट है. This is the worst case. This is the worst case, right? So left side में you have 0 elements और right side में suppose you have all the n-1 elements. This is the worst case. So again, we have to apply the same process. Suppose the original time is t of n. Partition करने के लिए obviously time लगेगा, order of n. But now when you are applying quicksort function, left side के लिए time कितना लगेगा? Left side में कोई element ही नहीं है, so it will take t of 0. Right side में how many elements are there? T of n minus 1. So t of n minus 1. Okay. Again, calculate the time complexity. So LHS is t of n, and you just add everything. This will be the time complexity in the worst case for your quicksort algorithm. What is this? It is t of n minus 1. इसका तो कोई मतलब ही नहीं, t of 0 का खत्म हो गया, प्लस ऑर्डर ऑफ n. ठीक है. अब अगर डायरेक्टली मैं बोलूं तो ये टाइम आने वाला है ऑर्डर ऑफ n स्क्वायर, बट देखते हैं कैसे आने वाला है. Okay, let's just see. Even if you don't understand, let's just see. Order of n को what I'm going to do is I'm going to count it as a constant time. I'm going to count it as a constant time. So this will be something t of n minus 1 plus cn. Okay, some constant into n, something like this. Now I'm going to apply a technique which is known as back substitution. जैसे अभी पहले मास्टर्स थ्योरम लगाई थी. Now I'm going to apply something known as back substitution. ये क्या करता है? t of n को t of n minus 1, I can write t of n minus 1 as t of n minus 2 plus c of n minus 1, और plus cn तो अपनी करेक्ट पोजीशन पे रह गई. You are getting it how I have written this? Because if originally back substitute कर रहा हूं मैं, अगर originally t of n is t of n minus 1 plus order of n, suppose this is my general equation, तो इसी इक्वेशन में t of n minus 1 को कैसे लिख सकते हैं? t of n minus 1 plus c of n minus 1. Yes or no? Just back substitute. This is my general equation. Suppose अगर t of n को ऐसे लिख सकते हैं तो t of n minus 1 को कैसे लिख सकते हैं? ऐसे लिख सकते हैं. You're getting it थोड़ा बहुत. So again, if you apply back substitution of t of n minus 2, so t of n minus 2 को कैसे लिख सकते हैं आप? t of n minus 3 plus c of n minus 2 plus ये c of n minus 1 अपनी जगह रहेगा ही, plus c of n अपनी जगह रहेगा. इसी तरह if you keep on applying back substitution, अगर अप्लाई करते रहो करते रहो करते रहो, so finally a time will come when you will get something like c1 plus c2 plus c3 से लेके you will get all till ये c minus n minus 1 n minus 2 plus c of n, everything you will get something like this, and this is nothing but sum of first n natural numbers जो कि होता है order of n square. This is why it came out to be order of n square. Okay, for now you can only remember in the worst case time complexity is order of n square, अगर ये कुछ भी समझ नहीं आया तो. Okay, any doubts? So that's it regarding quicksort. कोई doubt? B15, you will, since our last working day is I think 27, right, and your lab is on Friday, so we have 2 more labs. So 22nd you will have a lab end term exam. ठीक है, जितना भी हमने किया होगा in the coming labs, mostly you are going to do till sorting, right? Till that part will be your syllabus, जैसे same mid sem हुआ था same pattern पे. Okay, so that will be your on 22nd you will have your lab test. Now, so that's it regarding quicksort. Now we will move towards the next important algorithm, that is heap sort. अब heap sort समझने के लिए बहुत बैकग्राउंड समझने की जरूरत है. We are not going to finish it today. We'll take one more class on this. What is a heap first? If you want to apply heap sort, we have to understand heap data structure. Have we discussed heap before? We have not yet, I guess, right? We have not discussed heap yet. Okay, so first we will discuss what is a heap, then we will discuss heap sort. And your course plan is uploaded on the portal. Okay, so whenever you are preparing any topic, भावनाओं में मत बहना, whatever is written in the course plan, exam में उसी से आना है. Why I'm saying you this is because there are hundreds of sorting techniques available. Okay, you don't have to read everything. Whatever is mentioned on your course plan in your syllabus, एग्जाम में उसी से आएगा. Okay, if exam में mentioned a quick sort, मतलब whatever I'm teaching you, everything is mentioned in your course plan, but still, okay, you have to read whatever is mentioned there. You cannot skip anything out there. Okay, so prepare accordingly. That suppose you are preparing module 1, take your course plan, see all the topics that are present there, whatever we have discussed in the class, and if any topic is missing or if you have forgotten any topic, you read only if that is present in your course plan. Okay, उसके बाहर का कुछ नहीं पढ़ना है for your end semester. Now, हीप सॉर्ट समझने के लिए सबसे पहले लेट्स रिवाइज कंप्लीट बाइनरी ट्री वंस. Okay, there was something known as complete binary tree. Binary tree मतलब क्या होता है? You will have either 0 children, 1 children or 2 child. 0 child, 1 child or 2 children. That is binary tree. What is complete binary tree if you remember? Can you tell me what is a complete binary tree? कुछ याद है? Complete binary tree is something in which you will have maximum number of nodes at every level except the last level. If you remember, this was the definition of complete binary tree. That you will have maximum possible nodes at every level except the last level. Last level को छोड़ के हर level full होना चाहिए. हर level full होना चाहिए. मतलब I have a tree something like this. So at this level, level 0, how many elements I should have? Level 0 पे elements होने चाहिए 2 की power 0. That is 1 element. वो है. Level 1 पे how many elements should I have? 2 की power 1. That is 2 elements. I have. Level 3 पे how many elements should I? Level 2 पे. This is level 2. Level 2 पे how many elements should I have? 2 की power 2. That is 4. I have 4 elements. And this is level 3. Level 3 में वैसे कितने elements हो सकते हैं maximum? 2 की power 3, that is 8. But यहाँ 8 नहीं है. That is the definition of complete binary tree. That you should have maximum possible nodes at every level except the last level. Now, you tell me first. Suppose I have a tree like this. Is this a complete binary tree? Is this a complete binary tree? Yes. What is the height of this tree? What is the height of this tree? Height is 1. Height is from root. जो root की height होगी वही इस tree की height होगी. Root की height है 1. So height is 1. Okay. Now, tell me the height of this tree. Obviously, this is a complete binary tree. Even this is a full tree. अगर last, if I full all the elements in the last level also, अगर last level भी completely fill कर दूं, so this is known as full tree. And every full tree is a binary, complete binary tree, obviously, right? So you tell me the height of this tree. जो root node की height होगी वही होगी. Possible number of nodes in the last level is, again, this is level 0, this is level 1, this is level 2, this is level 3. तो अगर level 3 है, level अगर n है, तो number of nodes 2 की power n होंगे ना, Krish? So last level अगर 3 है, so 2 की power 3, that is 8, should be the maximum number of nodes. Right? What is the height of this tree? Obviously root node की जो height है, 1, 2, 3. Height is 3. Now you tell me, listen to my question very carefully. If the height of the complete binary tree is 1, how many maximum number of nodes you can have in that? Maximum nodes. अगर height किसी tree की 1 है, height दी हुई है, maximum nodes कितने हो सकते हैं? 3 ही है यहाँ पे, 3 ही हो सकते हैं. अगर height 1 है तो maximum node 3 हो सकता है. If the height of any complete binary tree is 3, how many maximum number of nodes you can have? Including root, obviously root भी node है, including root. अगर height 3 है, like this, how many nodes you can have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. कितने हैं? 15. Let's generalize this. I think this I have asked in your exam also, right? इस test में भी मैंने पूछा था शायद. So this is height and this is maximum number of nodes. इसमें कुछ भी आ सकता है, इसको रिवर्स भी कर सकता हूँ. मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ नोड्स दिए हैं तो हाइट क्या हो सकती है, ये सब भी कर सकते हैं. इट्स सिंपल, यू हैव टू एनालाइज इट इन दिस वे. इफ द हाइट ऑफ द ट्री इज 1, मैक्सिमम नोड्स आई कैन हैव इज 3. इफ द हाइट ऑफ द ट्री इज 3, 2 ले लेते हैं, चलो 2 वाला केस भी लेते हैं. सपोज द हाइट ऑफ अ कंप्लीट बाइनरी ट्री इज 2, मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ नोड्स कितने हो सकते हैं उसके? हाइट 2 है, मतलब ये This is height 2. This is height 2. How many maximum number of nodes you can have? 7. If you have height 3, how many maximum nodes you can have? 15. और इसी चीज को अगर जनरलाइज करें, if the height is h, how you can generalize it? This is simply 2 of h plus 1 minus 1. Okay, so if the height of a binary tree is given, the maximum possible number of nodes in that can be analyzed with the help of this. Okay, just for your practice, you try after the class ends. I don't have a binary tree, I have a ternary tree. मतलब आपकी चाइल्ड जो होंगे वो 3 हो सकते हैं. So if the height of a ternary tree is given, no one is going to ask you, just for your brain exercise. If the height of a ternary tree is given, can you tell me maximum number of nodes there? जो भी आंसर होगा, tell me later. So that's it. Now another thing, what is the height of a complete binary tree? What is the height of a complete binary tree? Height क्या है? हर चीज 2 में डिवाइड हो रही है ना, तो हाइट क्या होगी? log n होगी. मतलब जनरल फॉर्मूला इफ नंबर ऑफ नोट्स आर गिवन तो हाइट कैसे निकालोगे? काइंड ऑफ हाइट क्या होगी? हर चीज 2 में डिवाइड हो रही है तो log आने ही वाला है. So log n is simply the height, right? Now I'm going to draw some trees and you have to tell me whether that is a complete binary tree or not. अभी इतना complete binary tree में फोकस क्यों कर रहे हैं? क्योंकि heap is a complete binary tree. So that is why I'm revising all these things heap पढ़ने से पहले. तो heap is a complete binary tree. Heap में हम लोग कुछ भी करेंगे, heap करेंगे, heap sort करेंगे, whatever we are going to do, the property of a complete binary tree should be maintained there. Heap is also a kind of a data structure. Let's see. I'm drawing some trees. You tell me whether that is a complete binary tree or not. Is this a complete binary tree? इस लेवल पे 1 नोड होने चाहिए है, इस लेवल पे 2 नोड होने चाहिए है, लास्ट लेवल वी डोंट कंसीडर. It is a complete binary tree. Yes or no? You tell me this now. Is it a complete binary tree? This one. Yes, right? यहाँ पे एक नोड होने चाहिए, यहाँ पे 2 नोड होने चाहिए, लास्ट लेवल वी डोंट कंसीडर. So this is a complete binary tree. Tell me this. बहुत ध्यान से इसको देखो और फिर बताओ. Is this a complete binary tree? देखो if you follow, नहीं ना, go to the very basics of trees when we were inserting. हम लोग कैसे इंसर्ट कर रहे थे? लास्ट लेवल कंप्लीट बाइनरी ट्री में फुल नहीं हो सकता है डेफिनेटली, बट इंसर्शन कभी राइट से नहीं करते हैं. वी ऑलवेज डू द इंसर्शन फ्रॉम लेफ्ट टू राइट. इस लेवल पे एक नोड है डेफिनेटली, इस लेवल पे 2 नोड है डेफिनेटली, लास्ट लेवल पे एक नोड चल जाता, बट अगर वो यहां होता, you have to insert everything from left to right only. You cannot insert the element in the right. That is why this is not a complete binary tree. Keep this thing in mind. It's a very basic mistake. Okay, and it's fine. You must do these kind of mistakes in the first day so that you don't repeat them in your higher classes. Okay, so again tell me, I have a tree like this. Is it a complete binary tree? No, right? Same logic. It is not a complete binary tree. What about this? Is this a complete binary tree? पहले लेवल पे कितने नोड होने चाहिए? 2 की पावर 0, दैट इज 1 नोड है. दूसरे लेवल पे कितने नोड होने चाहिए? 2 की पावर 1, दैट इज 2 है. तीसरे लेवल, सेकंड लेवल पे कितने नोड्स होने चाहिए? 2 की पावर 2, दैट इज 4. क्या यहाँ पे 4 नोड्स हैं? आर देयर 4 नोड्स? नो. सो दिस इज नॉट अ कंप्लीट बाइनरी ट्री. लास्ट, इज दिस अ कंप्लीट बाइनरी ट्री? पहले लेवल पे 1 नोड होने चाहिए है, दूसरे लेवल लेवल 0, लेवल 1 पे आई शुड हैव 2 की पावर 1 दैट इज 2 नोड्स आई हैव. दिस इज लेवल लास्ट लेवल पे देयर कैन बी एक्सेप्शन, बट इफ यू सी दिस नोड, पहले ये इंसर्ट हुआ फिर ये इंसर्ट हुआ, थर्ड यहाँ पे इंसर्ट होना चाहिए था ना, लेफ्ट टू राइट. हाउ यू कैन इंसर्ट ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड विदाउट इंसर्टिंग ऑन द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड? Getting it? Getting this thing? This is not a complete binary tree. This is not a complete binary tree. Now, if you remember, we have discussed two implementation of binary trees. One was using linked list, जिसमें लेफ्ट चाइल्ड और राइट चाइल्ड के लिए पॉइंटर्स बनाया था, एंड अदर वन वाज योर एरे रिप्रेजेंटेशन. एरे रिप्रेजेंटेशन क्या बोलता था? इफ अ नोड इज एट n, उसका लेफ्ट चाइल्ड होगा, इफ अ नोड इज एट लोकेशन t, उसका लेफ्ट चाइल्ड होगा 2 into t पे, और उसका राइट चाइल्ड होगा 2 into t plus 1 पे. रिमेंबर, कोई भी ट्री का इंप्लीमेंटेशन हो, देयर आर टू वेज ओनली. आइदर यू कैन यूज दिस एरे और यू कैन यूज लिंक लिस्ट. एरे रिप्रेजेंटेशन क्या बोलता है? इफ अ नोड इज एट t, the left child of that node will be at 2 into t and the right child of that node will be at 2 into t plus 1. If I put some values in this tree, suppose 1 2 3 4, this is not a complete binary tree, right? 4 5 and this was 6. Represent this binary tree using array. So 1 is my root node, right? Then 2 will come, then 3 will come, then 4 will come, then 5 will come, then there will be a space because there is no left child of 3, and then 6 will come. Yes or no? This is the array representation. You can see also, you just put some indexes here and you see also root is at 1, a node is at t, t is 1, so उसका left child कहाँ होगा? 2 into t, that is 2 पे, तो left child होगा index 2 पे, right child कहाँ होगा? 2 into 1 plus 1, that is 3 पे, तो 1 का left child is here, 1 का right child is here. Now consider 2, इसका लेफ्ट चाइल्ड कहाँ होगा? 2 into 2 that is 4 पे, तो लेफ्ट चाइल्ड ये है ऑब्वियसली. इसका राइट चाइल्ड कहाँ होगा? 2 का 2 into 2 plus 1 that is 5, तो राइट चाइल्ड ऑब्वियसली यहाँ पे. लेट्स कंसिडर दिस 3. 3 का लेफ्ट चाइल्ड कहाँ होगा? 2 into इंडेक्स that is 3 6. क्या कोई राइट चाइल्ड है? सॉरी लेफ्ट चाइल्ड है? कोई नहीं है ना, दैट इज व्हाई दिस इज ब्लैंक. इसका राइट चाइल्ड कहाँ होगा? 2 into 3 plus 1 that is 7 पे, सो है. रिमेंबर ना, क्या हमने डिस्कस. Now, if you see carefully and if you think logically, can I say that you cannot have any blank space in between in a complete binary tree? अगर कोई भी complete binary tree, blank space बाद में हो सकते हैं जब ट्री खत्म हो जा रहा है, क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली 4 का चाइल्ड नहीं होगा, 5 का नहीं होगा, लीफ नोड के चाइल्ड्स नहीं होंगे, तो बाद में ब्लैंक स्पेसेस हो सकते हैं, बट एरे के बीच में यू कैन नॉट हैव अ ब्लैंक स्पेस. थिंक व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. एरे के बीच में ब्लैंक स्पेस है तो वो कंप्लीट बाइनरी ट्री नहीं हो सकता है. यू कैन नॉट डिनाई दिस फैक्ट, राइट? कोई एग्जांपल ऐसा क्रॉस एग्जांपल है तो बताओ. देयर इज नो क्रॉस एग्जांपल. ऑब्वियसली इट मेक्स सेंस, क्योंकि अगर बीच में ब्लैंक स्पेस है, मतलब बीच में आपने एक चाइल्ड छोड़ दिया, बीच में चाइल्ड कैसे छोड़ सकते हो? राइट? सो इन अ कंप्लीट बाइनरी ट्री, इफ यू आर, this is a way to check whether you have done it right or not, that in a complete binary tree, if you are using array representation, you cannot have any blank spaces in between. So I think now you're comfortable with complete binary tree, right? Without a zero. Okay, now we'll discuss what a heap is. Okay, so heap दो टाइप के हो सकते हैं. One is your max heap and other one is your min heap. Two types of heaps are possible. हम लोग max heap पे फोकस करने वाले हैं, and whatever we are going to do for max heap, उसको जब उल्टा कर दोगे, when you will do that same thing in the reverse order, that will work for min heap also. Now what is a heap? First thing, heap is a complete binary tree. Heap is a complete binary tree. Now let's talk about max heap. Max heap will look something like this. 50, suppose 30, suppose. हम लोग बाइनरी ट्री पढ़ रहे हैं, बाइनरी सर्च ट्री नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं कि नोड के लेफ्ट साइड में शुड बी लेस देन दैट, नोड के राइट साइड में शुड बी ग्रेटर देन दैट. वी आर नॉट रीडिंग बाइनरी सर्च ट्री, we are reading simple binary tree. Okay, be very clear, don't get confused in anything. Suppose 30 के left is 15, 30 का right is 10, 20 का left is 8, 20 का right is 16. Now what max heap says is, obviously it is a heap, so it will be a complete binary tree. Is this a complete binary tree? Yes, right? इसका array representation कैसे होगा? 50 will be here, then इसका left child, then right child, then 15, then 10, then 8, then 16. This is how array representation will be. And if it is a complete binary tree, there will be no blank spaces in between, which is true in this case, right? Now max heap says, heap का तो मतलब हो गया complete binary tree. Max says that every parent node will be greater than its descendants. हर parent अपने बच्चों से बड़ा होगा. If you see 50, 50 is greater than its children, that is 30 and 20. If you see 30, 30 is greater than its children, 15 and 10. 20, 20 is greater than 8 and 16. So हर parent अपने children से बड़ा होगा. That is the meaning of max heap. So can I say that in max heap the largest element will be at the top, जो सबसे largest होगा पूरे heap में, right? The reverse holds for min heap. Min heap says that every parent node will be less than its descendants or children. हर parent सबसे कम होगा. मतलब suppose I have 10, so 10 will be less than its children. Suppose 30 and 20. 30 है तो इसके children इससे ज्यादा ही होने वाले हैं. Suppose 35 and 40. Suppose 32 and 25. Generally we focus more on max heap, right? This is a kind of apples. Suppose ये एक fruit रखा हुआ है, उसके नीचे दो fruit रखे हुए हैं, उसके नीचे suppose और चार fruit रखे हुए हैं. This is how fruit basket is made. This is how fruit basket is made. And I am saying you in max heap that the best possible fruit is at the top. So if you are going to purchase the fruit, obviously नीचे से एक नहीं निकालोगे, जो भी टॉप पे रखा हुआ है, और मैं कह रहा हूँ कि टॉप पे सबसे अच्छा वो रखा हुआ है, यू विल टेक दैट वन ओनली, राइट? नीचे हाथ डाल के नहीं निकालोगे, theoretically at least, right? Min heap says that parent node will be less than its descendant. So min heap में जो lowest element होगा, minimum element होगा, वो होगा top पे. ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत? Now let's see how to insert elements in a max heap. ठीक है, min heap में उसका reverse कर देना. Let's discuss how to insert. First we will discuss how to insert in max heap, then we will see how to delete in max heap. Heap नहीं पढ़ना है हमें, पढ़ना heap sort है. But this is the flow in which you have to go. First complete binary tree, then heap, फिर heap में insertion, फिर heap में deletion, then you will understand heap sort. Okay, let's see insertion. How to insert an element in a heap sort. So this is my heap only. I am saying you please insert 60 there. Please insert 60 there. Now technically what should happen? 60 should go in the root node, है ना? यही होना चाहिए. 60 should go in the root node. So suppose I say you कि मैं 60 को सीधा रूट लग दूंगा. I will put 60 as the root node और 50 को मैं नीचे शिफ्ट कर दूंगा. 30 30 15 10 यही रहेगा. 50 को I will shift इधर और 50 के नीचे 20 और 8 अपने आप शिफ्ट हो जाएंगे like this. 8 और 16 अपने आप शिफ्ट हो जाएंगे like this, right? और 60 के यहाँ पे 30 होगा और यहाँ पे 15 होगा, यहाँ पे 10 होगा. This is what you should also think something like this only for now, है ना? Yes or no? ऐसे ही कर सकते बिकॉज आई हैव टोल्ड यू इन मैक्स यू शुड हैव द लार्जेस्ट एलिमेंट एट द टॉप और 60 लार्जेस्ट है जो आपको इंसर्ट करना है. सो ऐसे होना चाहिए. बट इफ यू डू समथिंग लाइक दिस, इज इट अ कंप्लीट बाइनरी ट्री आफ्टर डूइंग? 8 और 16 देखो कहां पे इंसर्टेड है, राइट साइड में इंसर्टेड है. ये कहां पे इंसर्ट होने चाहिए थे? लेफ्ट में. गेटिंग इट? सो दिस विल नॉट बी अ कंप्लीट बाइनरी ट्री इफ यू आर गोइंग टू डू समथिंग लाइक दिस. That is why how you have to do is, how you have to insert an element in a max heap is you insert the element at the last location. Okay, so if this is my heap, if this is my heap 50 30 20 15, which is the last location, अब एलिमेंट कहां पे इंसर्ट होगा? लेफ्ट चाइल्ड ऑफ 15. ऑब्वियसली इट मेक सेंस आल्सो. अगर एरे में रिप्रेजेंटेशन भी देख लो 5 6 7 8, दिस इज इंडेक्स 8, दिस इज माय लास्ट लोकेशन जहां पे अब एलिमेंट इंसर्ट होना चाहिए. 60 आके यहाँ पे इंसर्ट होगा. एंड विच इज दिस एलिमेंट 8? ये किसका लेफ्ट, किसकी पोजीशन है? 4 के लेफ्ट चाइल्ड की पोजीशन है. 2 into 4 8 मतलब 15. और कॉमन सेंस से भी पता चल रहा है लेफ्ट टू राइट जाना है ना. तो 15 का लेफ्ट चाइल्ड should be 60. So you will insert 60 here. This is a complete binary tree. This is the first problem that we have to solve. That after insertion or after deletion, tree should be a complete binary tree. So yes, it is a complete binary tree. But क्या अभी एक max heap है? नो राइट, दिस इज नॉट अ मैक्स हीप। अब इसको मैक्स हीप बनाना पड़ेगा, ठीक है। मैक्स हीप बनाना आसान है इन कंपैरिजन टू मेकिंग कंप्लीट बाइनरी ट्री। हाँ हाँ, वही वही मैं कह रहा हूँ क्रिश, दिस इज नॉट अ मैक्स हीप, वही मतलब है, दिस इज नॉट अ मैक्स हीप क्रिश फॉर नाउ। सो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, यू हैव टू मेक दिस अ मैक्स हीप। मैक्स हीप बनाना आसान है। व्हाट वी विल डू, जो भी एलिमेंट इंसर्ट किया है वी विल कंपेयर दिस विद इट्स पेरेंट। 60 का पेरेंट 60 से छोटा है, ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है, दिस इज नॉट पॉसिबल। यू रिप्लेस देम, 60 यहां जाएगा और 15 नीचे। वी विल कीप ऑन मूविंग 60 अप, जब तक मूव कर सकते हैं वी विल कीप ऑन कंपेयरिंग विद इट्स पेरेंट एंड वी विल मूव। नाउ 60 विल बी कंपेयर्ड विद 30, ऑब्वियसली 60 इज ग्रेटर, तो 60 को ऊपर होना चाहिए, 30 को नीचे होना चाहिए, so 60 फिर ऊपर मूव कर जाएगा, 60 will keep on moving up. Again 60 will be compared with its parent, that is 50. Again 60 is largest, so 60 will still move to the top, so 60 वहां चला जाएगा and 50 will come here. Now the property of complete binary tree is also true, and it is a heap, max heap now. Clear? So what is the overall conclusion? Whenever you are inserting in a heap, you have to insert at the last location, and then you have to keep on comparing with its parents, and you have to move upwards. You have to move that element up. Okay, clear? कोई और एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं। सपोज आई हैव 50, 30, 20, 15, 10, 8, 6. Suppose I want to insert 3. कहाँ इंसर्ट होगा, लास्ट लोकेशन पे इंसर्ट होगा। आफ्टर इंसर्टिंग यू हैव टू चेक विद इट्स पेरेंट, 3 विल बी चेक विद 15, नो मूवमेंट इज रिक्वायर्ड। तो अगर यही मूवमेंट रिक्वायर्ड नहीं तो और क्या मूवमेंट रिक्वायर्ड होगा, फिर कोई मूवमेंट रिक्वायर्ड नहीं, दिस इज परफेक्टली फाइन, यू जस्ट इंसर्ट एट द लास्ट। सपोज आई वांट टू इंसर्ट 45, so obviously 45 will be inserted at the last. Then you will check 45 with its parents, 45 is greater, so 45 ऊपर जाएगा, 45 will move up, 15 will move down. Then again 45 will be checked with its parents, again 45 is greater, so 45 will move up, 30 will move down. 45 will be checked with 50, no movement required now, so this will be the max heap. Clear? Clear? Tell me the time it will take, to build a max heap. एक एलिमेंट इंसर्ट करना है, ऑब्वियसली इंसर्ट तो लास्ट एलिमेंट, लास्ट लोकेशन पे डायरेक्टली यू विल इंसर्ट, उसका तो कोई टाइम नहीं है, बट आफ्टर इंसर्टिंग यू हैव टू मूव दैट एलिमेंट अप, यू हैव टू मूव दैट एलिमेंट अप, यू हैव टू मूव दैट एलिमेंट अप। मैक्सिमम कितना मूव करना पड़ सकता है, जितनी ट्री की हाइट है, और ट्री की हाइट क्या है, लॉग एन। ट्री की हाइट क्या है, बाइनरी ट्री है ना, दो में डिवाइड हो रहा है ना, whenever you're dividing into two or you're doubling into two, log आएगा। so time is nothing but height, और height कितनी log n, so time to build a max heap is, or time to insert a max heap, not build, you will say time to insert an element in a max heap is order of n, क्योंकि element insert कर देंगे then we have to move element up, और कितना मूव करना पड़ सकता है, जितनी हाइट हो ट्री की, और ट्री की हाइट कितनी हो सकती है, log n हो सकती है, बिकॉज दिस इज अ बाइनरी ट्री, बाइनरी ट्री की हाइट ऑर्डर ऑफ log n ही होती है। तो ये बात हो गई इंसर्शन की। नाउ सपोज आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट डिलीशन, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, पे अटेंशन। I think the class time is up. Okay, so we'll discuss in the next class. Okay, any doubts till now? So I'll be uploading that merge sort algorithm. You can watch that. And assignment 2, there has to be 2 assignments. One you have already given on HackerRank. One assignment will be for now theoretical. If it has to be on HackerRank, I will inform you later. But for now, the assignment which I'm going to take will be a bit theoretical. I will give you some questions you have to solve and upload them. Today's 12th. I'll give you the time till our last working day, that is 27th. I think 27th is fine, right? I'll send you the assignment by today or tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow maybe I'll give you. Sure, we'll meet next week. Thank you.